What's up, guys? I'm making a video of the top 10 strongest units right now in toilet tower defense before the update. We do not have toxic UTC, so I will update it once the update comes and I will get my hands on a toxic UTC. But in this video, I'm going to do it with...
Disperse.
At the number 10 spot, we have Titan Present Man. He does 40,000 damage, 40 range, and he has a percent drop of using a 1 million damage present, and it looks like the Santa TV man present. He also has a cone AoE like this to take out the tiny toilets if you put it at the second level or third level. At the number 9 spot on the DPS list, we have Jetpack Mace Cam. He has 40,000 damage, 45 range, better than probably the Mace overall, not in damage though, and who actually can wipe out the bosses in the early games. Right now, yep, he's just getting stunned, but he's actually very good with the new mechanic that he has so much range. Number 8 spot, we have Mace Cameraman. He does 50,000 damage with 22 range, and the range is kind of bad, so I would recommend using Jetpack Mace. He does more damage than Jetpack Mace too, and is very good for killing bosses in the early game of Nightmare or Endless. Number 7 spot, we have Upgraded Titan Cameraman. He's very good for beginners. He can carry all the beginners at Endless and even Nightmare. He has an AoE flamethrower that can slow and has a hammer that does very lot of damage. He does 50,000 damage and 60 range. At the number 6 spot, we have Ghost Cameraman. He does 50k DPS, 25 range, and 0.4 cooldown. His range is kind of mid and bad because it's kind of tiny and cannot get the whole entire reveal. But the good thing about Ghost Cameraman, he cannot get stunned because he's a ghost. So you don't need speaker repair, repair drone, or medic for Ghost Cameraman as your DPS. It's good for beginners too. At the number 5 spot on the mode DPS list, we got Clock. Clock is very useful for both mode Nightmare and Endless, and is very meta for Endless too. It can time stop like one battle do in 3, 2, 1. He can time stop for over 10 seconds and does 50,000 damage every overall. He does 25 damage and 0.5 cooldown with a range of 60. That's very huge and better than Hybrids and Sinister TVs. And I would recommend using him for Endless mostly because you need the time stop if you want to go on leaderboard. Number 4th place of the most DPS, we got Sinister TV Man. Sinister TV Man does 60k DPS overall and 12,000 damage and 0.2 cooldown. She has a range of 45, that's actually very good for it, and has a scythe that does more damage too. He also
60K.
was meta for Endless and Nightmare, so he is good for beginners if you guys don't have Hyper or Upgrade Titan Drill Man because they're very expensive. By the way, he can slow too. Number 3 spot of the DPS list, we have Upgraded Titan Cinema Man. He does 71,000 damage and has stun time. Now that I know, the stun time is not 5 seconds and it's 5 range. My bad guys for the confusion, but for the old godly, it's actually not 5 range and it's 5 seconds stun time. I thought it was range, but I was kind of dumb. And what about the circles? It's actually stun then sword because he only has one laser and it's that big purple one, and the second circle is actually his sword that he stabs the toilet in. Sorry for the confusion. Now let's get back to the video. He also has multiple like circles. I think this one's stun, laser, screen, and then laser too. He's also meta for Endless, very meta for Endless because of his stun, and I recommend using him for Endless because you need him for stun if it's required. Number 2 spot, the most damage list, we got Hyper UTS. He's very expensive in value and very good in Endless and Nightmare. He can solo probably both of the modes and is meta for Endless because you can probably get on leaderboard with it. He's also doing 80,000 damage overall and 20,000 damage and 0.25 cooldown. He has a range of 55, that's way better than Sinister TV, and very big. Pause. He also has AoE circle right here, and I would say you would use them if you are very good and have lots of value. The first spot, the most strongest unit in total tower defense, we have upgraded Titan Drill Man. I already made a showcase about this, but we have to. It does 170,000 damage. Yes, that's a lot. One cooldown and can do way better with DJ TV or DJ speaker or announcer. That's 70 range. That's absurd. Like it reaches probably like all the way over here, and can put them inside their stomach and can do lots of damage to them inside too. It also gets stunned in their stomach for 5 seconds or more. Also, a free showcase, but for Saw upgraded Titan Cameraman, he does I think 34,000 damage or 35,000, 55 range and 0.2 cooldown. He has a saw, 2 miniguns, and a laser in his core. And he is actually pretty good. You can place tons of him, and he's very good for beginners. So if you have an injured Titan crate, you should probably open it and see if you might get the hyper. But even if you don't get the hyper, Toxic UTC or Saw upgrade Titan Cameraman is actually very good. By the way, guys, Saw upgrade Titan Cameraman is not on the list, and he's probably top 15. So yeah, I will still recommend him using it, but I only did the Saw upgrade Titan Cameraman because I had it in my loadout, and it's just a free showcase. So thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. I hope you have an amazing day. Please subscribe so I can make more videos, and I'll actually make more videos. Comment below what I should make next.